Welcome, friends of the YouTube. So glad to have you here. We're continuing on. CoachAMillerLight here. Cinnamon here with us again today. Hello, Cinnamon.
Hi, Mary. Hi. So happy to be here. Things are going my way again today.
Okay, you look like it. You look like the poster child for someone who things are going your way, as rightly they should, being a studier of the laws, being
Right.
someone who is avidly seeking our inner truth, which was the message I heard today. So congrats to you for your dedication to your craft. It is impressive, and it's easy to see in looking at you. Your dedication to your craft, to your purpose, to your life lived is emanating from you. You beam with light, and it's an honor to be co-hosting with you.
It's just a reflection of you, Mary.
All right.
I wouldn't be doing this, and I'm so happy that I am. And I appreciate you having these calls and assigning the passage and the time and us coming together on it. I really appreciate you, and I am happy to be here, a part of it. Christ consciousness, here we come.
Yes. So, intro to Abraham, if you've been following along here, we've been on the introduction to Abraham. Link will be in the description, going passage by passage or track by track. For us, it's a passage because we write it down, as you know, with the idea of tuning myself, right? That I'm a vibrational transmitter and receiver. And when I tune myself to this frequency of the teachings of Abraham, and the intro to Abraham is just amazing. Each day I'm like, this is great. This is the greatest news today. So today it's the track on Christ consciousness. Cinnamon, do you care to share?
Absolutely.
All right.
So they're saying, I spend most of my life experience looking for a set of rules against which I can pattern or compare my own life experience. And then most of us spend the rest of our lives trying to hammer a square peg into a round hole, wondering why she cannot find happiness within those rules.
Right?
I'm looking outside of myself for that which is standard, for that which is right. And in this world of great diversity, that can bring so much discontent because there are so many rules to choose from. That which I seek is not a set of rules that is outside of me. It is a guidance system that comes forth from within. As Abraham watches me seeking wisdom offered by others, they notice me limiting myself only to that which I can find in books.
Right?
In books that have been translated again and again, in books that have been edited and added unto, in the books that no longer say that which was said by the great masters that I revered. Right.
Good point.
So Abraham is encouraging all physical beings to look inside ourselves. That I speak with the Christ that lives today, not only the one that lived 2,000 years ago. We all have access to the knowledge that comes forth from, refer to it as the consciousness that creates worlds, or if I refer to it as Morgan Freeman, it matters not. It does not matter what I call it.
Right.
What does matter is that somehow I access the truth that comes forth from within.
Yay.
If I do not go within, I go without.
Oh. Right.
So come from within and connect to all that is. And it doesn't matter what I call it. Jehovah, Tetragrammaton, the Creator, Allah, the Most High, eternal life, love.
Yes.
Connect and go within me. So what they're saying is, okay, there's all these things out there, and most of us are just searching what other people have said. But what they're recommending, instead of going with that, go within.
Right. Cinnamon, this reminds me of the story of how Zeus became king of the gods, which is one of my favorites. The gods were sitting around one day deciding, they have this infinite power, they have infinite intelligence, the energy that creates worlds. What are we going to do with it? And there they are deciding, what are we going to do with this energy? And one says, I know, let's put it at the top of the highest mountain. They say, no, not good idea. Man will get smart. They will get helicopters. They'll find a way. They'll get up there. They'll find it. Another one said, let's put it at the bottom of the deepest ocean. They said, no, not good idea. You know, the man will get smart. They'll get submarines. They'll go down and they will find it. And then Zeus, he stepped forth and he said, I know. Let's put it inside of them. They'll never look there. And
that's so good.
Is how Zeus became king of the gods. Rightly so. Which is the greatest news. That's what I'm hearing. I love the intro to Abraham because it's the greatest news. It's saying, I don't have to search outside of myself, and understanding that it's okay when I see that I am searching outside of myself, that this is what most, they're saying, I love Abraham, like talking like from this broader view, right? Like watching the human race, saying as we watch most humans, right? They have this broad view and they're saying, this is what we see. This is, we're all in this together, I hear in this, and be okay with my process, that it's okay when I'm searching outside of myself. But what I really came for is to find out, to go within, or I go without, to find a way to tap that inner self. And it's so cool. I love how they said most human beings are seeking roles outside of themselves, when what they really could use to seek is a guidance system that comes forth from within. And I really like those words, comes forth from within, that's where it comes forth from, you know, and understanding about these emotions being the guidance, follow the plus. Well, I was listening to Abraham on YouTube today, and Abraham made such a great point. And they said, the call of source, it doesn't sound like most people would think. Most people think it'd be harps and angels, but the call of source is going to be a little higher on the emotional scale than I currently am. So if I'm way down in depression, anger is actually the call of source. It's not always a plus emotion, but it's going in the plus direction. It depends on me, of course, and where I am. So I love studying this because it's really fascinating to me. There's really pretty much nothing else I love more than to know how the universe works, to understand the laws. And the greatest message, that what about Christ consciousness? Well, this consciousness, all human beings, they said, there is not a human being on the planet that does not have access. We don't have to have a fancy robe and a hat and reside in some particular quarters. We all have access.
Yes.
Isn't that great news?
Yeah.
That the answer is all within. It's always been. So exciting. So exciting.
You remember Twisted There?
Twisted to you.
Yeah.
Good one.
Twisted to you.
Good one, Sita. You can't, will you elaborate on it for our viewers, for our 20 viewers? What is Twisted to you?
Okay, yeah, for sure. Twisted to you is a way of looking at things. It's your perspective on it. For example, say I come into a room, and as I come into the room, what was going on in the room, everything stops. Okay. And looks at me, and I think, oh my gosh, obviously they were talking about me, and it wasn't good.
Right.
Like clearly something was going on here, and I at all. That's one perspective. I come in and everything stops, and I think maybe they were done with their conversation. Maybe their conversation was over. It was perfect timing just when I came in. Or maybe I'm so beautiful and I'm so enlightened that when I came in, everybody forgot what they were doing. And it was like they saw Mother Nature herself.
Yes.
And they didn't know what to do. Twist it to ya.
Twist it to ya. What a great one, right? I like this like tool. You know, I love a tool of the day, a tool that I can take into my life and use. And this is such a great one that you bring up because it's easy to use. Like when I say easy, I'm going to have to remember to use it. And it's going to take my knowing the laws of the universe and knowing that my perspective matters, that my mood is my indication of my vibration, that I want to have a high mood, right? So twist it to ya. How, well, like this is like right there in my satchel. So easy to use when I remember to use it. Because each situation I go into, there's an attitude I'm going to have. So if I turn it to me, twist it to me, That's a great idea, Cinnamon. I love
Yeah,
that idea.
twist it too.
Right? Twist it to us. It is for us. You know, that's one of the main messages you were mentioning the other day. A great point, that we're loved and we're cherished, we're revered, we are a very important part of this whole system of the divine, of this greater plan. We're out here on the leading edge, in the heat of it, coming to new conclusions, coming to new desires that are causing this expansion of all that is. And without us, this isn't happening. That we're a very important part. We are loved, and it's for us. It's all for us. It's all good. This whole thing is twisted to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another sign of alignment.
Right? Another sign of alignment. I love signs of alignment. All right, people. So great to be here. Until next time, this is CoachAMillerLight. Cinnamon.
Tuned.